my guys are a lineup of studs. I'll start with my brother, Will. Will is the youngest of the siblings, and there is a good age gap between us. But if we get the slideshow working, you'll see a couple pictures of just how we shared a room, and I probably pushed him away more than anything, and I was the older boy, and he was the older kid. But I've appreciated watching Will in his friendships and how he is kind and sweet and intentional. Whenever mom would be sick or something, he would go and comfort her and be kind to her, and he's very soft-hearted. He'll probably be quick to cry. But, I'm excited about where you are, Will, and I'm excited about the direction you're headed. I think that you're shaping up to be a strong man, and that's I'm happy about that. Kyle and I have been roommates for the past 2.5 years. We met off and on in college. I was good friends with one of his roommates for college. So moving in, though, when I moved to Houston, I was like, I kind of know this guy, but I think he's just kind of really doing his own thing. And when I got to know him, I was like, and I like doing that own thing with him. I like Kyle is completely into fishing, and I've really enjoyed hanging out with him and sitting on a boat. Sometimes, I mean, he smokes most of the time, but sometimes when he's catching, I'll just relax and enjoy the morning. And, Kyle, I very much appreciated your laid-back nature and being willing to just go with the flow and just the drop of the hat, let's get it, and go here, go there. And, really enjoyed it. David and I met at A&M beginning of sophomore in freshman year. And I would say we initially bonded over cooking, honestly. We got together and just said, hey, you like to make this? Well, sure, let's go cook that. And it's probably weird that he was like, cooking days together. David and I also, you were some of my first challenges in relationships. We butted heads pretty good through college. We were roommates for a couple of years and living together. We had our very unique ways of running things around the house. And it made for some good fights. And I'm grateful for those because I've learned a lot from them. And I've learned a lot from them. And I appreciate your intentionality and really you're sitting down and still keeping up. Josh also met at A&M. We also lived together. Josh actually, so piggybacking on the fights, Josh was a good buffer. he and David shared a room. I had my own room, but Josh, very similar to Kyle, in that you're very laid back, you're very calm. You are up for anything. Speaking how Allie spoke to Emily and wisdom, I appreciate your wisdom through college. Josh is a man of few words, and I think he likes that. He waits to speak because when he does, everyone listens. And that was typically the case in our Bible study. He would not say anything until towards the end, and then he just have this like enormous nugget of wisdom. And it was very beneficial to me. Very grateful for that. Jonathan also met actually Jonathan and Josh very similar times towards the end of college. Jonathan, though, he one summer in particular, I was working at an internship during the day, but every time I come home in the evening, he would already be there. He was at my house for more than I was that whole summer probably. And we never even did anything. We would either play games or watch movies or order pizza and just do life together. He basically became a roommate without a bed. And you have been very intentional in keeping up. You will text and say, hey, let's call. You know, when you have time to call after work. That's awesome. That's not who I am. I'm not very good about keeping up with people that aren't in my immediate circles. Wesley, my best man. We did grow up, we met each other initially through soccer. We had the dynamic corner kick to header duo. So when I finally realized that I had to take the cap off to do a header, it actually worked out pretty well. Wesley, I would give him a hard time. He was homeschooled. I was homeschooled all the way through high school. And Wesley was homeschooled until high school, and then he went to proposed school. And I would give him a hard time about that. Same trader. But every time I'm with Wesley, I picked him up from the airport yesterday at 5, and we headed up to the lake house. And within 2 minutes, we're talking about politics or I forget the conversation. We jumped immediately right into it, but it's always deep. It's never like we will maybe say, "How's your day?" Da, da, da. And all of a sudden, like, what are you actually thinking about this situation? No one else challenges me like you do spiritually, and every time I come away from a conversation with you, I am excited to know more about God, about the Word. I'm excited to know more about the world that He's placed us in, and excited to be able to. And it's helped me a lot in my intentionality Valley. Wesley, I do not hold this against him at all, but he was actually really the only person that challenged me when I said I want to marry Allie. I talked to my parents, they were all for it. I talked to Allie's parents, they were all for it. I talked to my siblings, they were all for it. I talked to Wesley, said, "Hey, let's slow down. What are you doing? How long have you dated?" 3 months at this point. And I said, "How long have you dated? You know, what? Okay, let's we thought about this and this and this." He never said, "Don't do it, you're silly." Like, you know, it was just like just questions and checks. And it was actually very confirming because I was able to think through things I hadn't thought before and be like, yep, like I do want to marry you. I'm grateful for your challenge. Good. Oh, you're at the wrong table. Daniel. Daniel and I are 3 months apart. Daniel's my cousin. From the day I was born, I waited like Daniel and his dad, my Uncle David, really initially gave me a love for the outdoors and for camping and for fishing and for hunting. They introduced me to things that my dad was not for. I think that the energy and the creativity that you're talking about, I was able to run in circles, drive dirt bikes, and just be a dirty, nasty, stinky boy with Daniel. They lived in Arizona for a time when we were real little, and going to visit them was always an adventure. I called you Dan the Man with a Plan because he was always like, let's go build this fort, or let's go shoot this, or go over here. Dan, we always had big ideas and big dreams, and we would stay up hours at night just like making up stories about things. I enjoyed hearing with you, Dan, and I enjoyed your friendship. You were my brother growing up. You were, I think, just we were so close in age that Thank you, Daniel, and I've enjoyed talking with you and Dave as well, as you all taken the step of marriage before me and gleaning from y'all, being challenged by y'all.